Catholic Information Center. Dude, I had to take a leak. I couldn't find anywhere to go pee. So this is K Street behind the White House. On my way in, there was I think I saw a nun. And I asked Kevin at the counter, I said, what order? He said Carmelite. So I'm gonna go see what we can, obviously take umbrage with somebody filming them. This might get tricky. I'm gonna see if I can get her to talk to me. Hold on. This is a new remodel too. It's really beautiful. They've got several bathrooms back here. It's really nice here. I don't feel comfortable interrupting her in front of Kevin. Strangely, I don't know. I'm gonna let it go, I think. I was just gonna ask her if you had to recommend one book to somebody, which one would it be? I think I read this book when I was a Protestant. It's really good. So you can come in here and take communion. It's so wonderfully peaceful. I think I'm gonna go. I'm pretty hopped. I'm wild. I'm a hopped up dude. So. Honey, look at this junk. Come on. Hey Kevin, good to see you, brother. All right, take care. All right, man. So K Street is obviously is K Street, Catholic Information Center. They did a big remodel and stuff, but I wasn't comfortable. Did you notice she had sandals on? I think that would make her, in this generation, she would be discalced. So discalced just means shoeless. You're calced or discalced. That's why they call it OCD, Order of Carmelites Discalced. So I would highly recommend St. John of the Cross or St. Teresa of Avila. So the White House is right down there. The way I understand K Street, and I've said this before, is when you're fighting, if you're a big corporation and you have to fight legislation, this is where you come to K Street to find out, how does this town work? And how do you convert money into influence? Because we really need to change this proposed law. You see what I'm saying? So is this 15? Let's go up to 16. You want to, let's try that out, or I don't know. We'll go and see how far we can get. So, yeah, Kevin sort of has really helped me out, and I don't want to. He allowed me to stop in to use the restroom. I didn't want to kind of embarrass him to start picking her brain on what's the best books and stuff. I just kind of wanted to see what she would say, but excuse me, I have to tie my shoe. Yeah, they have funny habits in that world. It's reported. There's a lot of like anecdotes and stories from the time of Saint Teresa and of Avila and Saint John of the Cross. They both worked to reform the Carmelite order, and there was a great story. One of the girls, Saint John of the Cross was a confessor to the girls. They would go confess their sins to him. And he says, when he was appointed the job, the guy is just legendary, man. He said, girls, you have nothing to worry about. I am not a saint. And he says, however, I could promise you this. I could tell you this, if I was a saint, I could guarantee you have nothing to worry about. It's kind of the paradox of sainthood, is you've seen the darkness in your own soul. I'm not a saint. You don't have anything to worry about. But if I was a saint, I could guarantee you have nothing to worry about. When it comes to understanding my own rottenness, I got you beat by light years, baby. You can't compete with me. You just can't. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. And they say the saints that have done it before, they say, show me your face. And the saints that have done it before, they say, isn't that beautiful? He says, how that works is he doesn't show you his face, he shows you yours. And so you see how rotten you are as a human being. And what's interesting is we are uncomfortable with what our rottenness looks like. The wickedness of it, there's just a great deal of patheticness to, when you boil and when you unman somebody, there's a great deal of patheticness to it. And that's a process, you can't just do it overnight. You're like, well, I'd never do that. It's like, well, you've been, enfranchised all your life. Wait till they, take you for a stumble and you say, hey, I want to see the thing. I want to see the dark side. Show me, And it's a horrifying process, but when it comes to that business, you're not going to beat me. I've seen more. And he told, say, okay, that's what I would say if you had to pick one book, you pick Faustina's Diary. If I had to give you one, and that's hard to give you one, I'd say Faustina's Diary, St. John of the Cross, and Teresa of Avila. I don't know if Faustina's Diary, I don't know if she was Carmelite or not. I don't know what order she was from, but she's a legend. She's Secretary of Mercy, so that's a mega deal. I mean, that's so. Yeah, it sounds funny, but no. When I was doing that stuff, I was like, okay, Jesus said, don't say that. So here we're at 16th. There's the White House down there. There's right there. It's all right, amigo. This Black Lives Matter Plaza, I can't stand. I can't stand your fucking bumper stickers. But Jesus told Faustina, he says, if that's like what she would pray for, and that's horrifying. It's horrifying. You're like, how? Why? I'm telling you, that's like the jackpot. Can you? She would pray. I think it would be like, can you show me my rottenness? Like, it's the most bizarre thing in my mind. There's the greatest wealth in the world. It's bizarre. I'm just telling you. Like, unpack that, run with it, do whatever. For me, and all the things I've come into. And he would tell, he says, I can, but if I show it to you all at once, it would kill you. We have this in psychology, by the way. University of Oregon, yeah, Psychology 101. It's right out of the gate. About, 3/4 of the way through the term, they ran into that. There's certain things that a child cannot integrate. If a child sees that it's, my mother abandoned me or something, or like in a war scene, a war, National Geographic, they're going to open up in a couple years. They're doing a remodel there. National Geographic Society. But if a child sees, a circumstance where it's like, say there's a war zone or something, you have to flee, and then the mother has to make a difficult decision between. And the child picks up on that. The child cannot integrate what it just saw. The truth would kill it. They have this, I learned this in psychology, so when I found it and Jesus referring to it, I was like, yes, I'm familiar with that concept. It would kill you if I showed it to you all at once. But she would pray like, can you show that? Like, that's the what contemplation you're trying to get to the entire time. So it's like, well, we can pussyfoot around with it, friend. We can take 30 years out in the desert if you want, or we can get it in. And if you have someone like me, so well, let's get it in. I did. I mean, what else? I mean, I had seen enough. They said great trials or great consolations are followed by great trials. I had so many great consolations coming out of high school, getting to work for the government and then working for Vortex and the things that happened before that. My dad and my uncles were really awesome guys, and so I said, let's get it in. Let's do it. I mean, what's the difference? I've been on private aircraft and did VIP tables in Vegas. Let's do it. And it's just, I got the living dog shit beat out of me, man. It was to the point where like, that's, yeah. I mean, I think even a stranger looking at it might kill them, Those text messages I sent to that woman all jacked up on drugs and had a very broken and frail time in my life. But, everyone wants to get it in. Everyone's posting shit on the internet. This is me. Some of you scare the crap out of me. I see some people like, 100-story building going up to the flagpole. You scare the shit out of me. I don't know how you do it. So, when I prayed to Jesus, and obviously all of it came from him. He says, so I prayed for it, but he says it went more like this, can I just finish? He says, it went more like this. It was you said, he said, well, it was my idea when you just said, I'm looking for a fight. Keep it going. Keep it up, man. I said, sure, why not? Want to get nuts? Sure, why not? Anyway, I guess it's a lot closer than I thought. So the White House is right there. Hold on. That's where they're setting up that stage for the inaugural day parade. And this is where the comrades live, or they work, or let's get a good wide shot of it first. Hold on. They just won't quit having the mafia here in DC.